this example, we'll show you, we'll select supplier Apple Industrial. The system will populate all the fields, for example, the name of the supplier, the address, the fax number, phone number, and so on. The remaining supplier fields, the ones that are missing, it can be populated manually. So you can enter the ship via manually here, or the rate or the currency manually here. Now, to continue, click on page 2. Note that there are 4 buttons here. One is Add, to add new parts, Edit, to edit and make changes to an existing parts, Insert, to insert parts in between other parts, and Delete, to remove existing parts from the order. Here you can add either a stock item or non-stock item. So we'll click on the Add button. Now again, you can either enter a stock item or a non-stock item. To order a non-stock item, which means not in the inventory module, type a short part number and a description in the part and description number, and of course you have to give a unit of measure, quantity, unit cost, and so on. Okay. To order a stock item, which is already in the system, you can either enter the part number manually, or you'll click on the magnifying glass to search for a supplier. Now, if you entered a supplier number on page 1, the search window will contain a checkbox that, when checked, will only show parts available from that supplier. So let's search for a part. I will use a class called Anchor with warehouse empty. And I'll click OK. Here we have the system found 2 suppliers with that criteria. Notice that the system will give you the part number, the warehouse, description, on order quantity, and on hand quantity. Now let's select this supplier and click OK. If the part is a stock item, as we are doing here, the system will populate the description, the unit of measure, and the cost, manufacturer, supplier information are all populated from the inventory record. Now, all you need to do here, of course, you enter the quantity. Let's say we want to order 1. The unit cost is populated automatically, $10. If the unit cost is different from the purchased cost, then change the value. When the parts are received, the unit cost on the inventory header is replaced with the purchase cost. The average cost is recalculated and replaced based on a formula. Now you can use the work order number and the equipment number. You can use them you can populate them. If the parts are ordered for a specific work order or an equipment, then you can populate them. The work order and equipment numbers would have been created in the maintenance module and equipment module. Now you can use the project and project steps if the parts are ordered for a specific project. You can click on the drop down for the account number and populate the account number from the list to cost, and select the account to cost this expense to. And then you can also click on the drop down arrow beside the date required to populate that field. Of course, all these fields are not required. Now, when you're ready, you click on the Save button to save the part. Now you can continue adding parts, whether it's a stock item or non-stock item. Otherwise, you can close this window if you're ordering only 1 part and move to the 3rd page to approve the requisition. Now page 3, the requested by is already populated with John Smith, because that's how we are logged in as. Now you can override this, or you can enter the requested by and date. Once you click on the date, it populates using today's date. Now you can enter the password to approve the requisition in the approved by name. The password can either be the login password or the purchasing password, depending on which one is selected in MPC defaults. Although the default password is the login password. Now I'm going to enter my password here and hit enter or tab over. Note that the system, when the system accepts the password, it displays the full name, and the system also populates the date beside the approved by with today's name. Other fields to populate are the confirmed by and date if needed. This is not required. The purchasing agent is necessary and needed to assign a purchase order to the requisition after it has been approved, but it's not required in the initial approval process. The next desk field will be discussed later on. This is for the multi-approval level if needed. Other optional fields are buyer's notes, approvals notes, shipping, and billing addresses are populated automatically, but it can be changed if needed. You can override them here. The default is the Megamation system. That's where it's coming from the MPC defaults, and that's why you see ship to and bill to populated with the Megamation system Inc. addresses. Again, these two fields are entered in the MPC defaults in the administration from the main menu in the purchasing tab. Page 4 has more optional fields to use if necessary. Example like comments, awards letter notes, and invoicing notes. All these are text fields. When ready, click on the save button on the requisition entry to save the record. I'm going to click on save. You can click on the save button here or go file, save. The system cleared the form to indicate that the save was successful. Now to check on the requisition status, open the requisition by entering the number. I know there was 72828. Hit enter. Note that the status is approved now. Once the requisition is approved, then the quantity on order will be updated on the inventory header record and can be viewed from the inventory header and inventory detail record. To verify that, go to the inventory detail record or to the inventory header record and check the quantity on order field. Also, the quantity on order will be updated only for the inventoried items, the stock items. Our next video will show you how to assign a purchase order to an approved requisitions. Thank you very much.